Hello, my dears. Have you ever felt like you were invisible? Like you were sitting in a room full of people you love, but nobody could see you? Today's story is about a little girl who felt just like that, and the magic that helped her family see her again. It's the threads of love that weave a family together, and how easily they can unravel if we don't pay attention. The unfinished quilt in a little house with a bright yellow door lived a girl named Elara. Her home was special because of a beautiful quilt that hung on the living room wall. It was their memory quilt. Her granny had started it long ago, and each colorful patch told a story. A patch with a sun for their first trip to the beach, a patch with a kite from a windy park day, and a tiny cupcake patch for Elara's 5th birthday. But lately, the quilt hadn't grown. The last patch, a bright blue star from a night spent stargazing, was added many months ago. Now, the threads of the house felt loose. Father was always typing on his glowing laptop, his face lit by the screen instead of smiles. Mother was always on the phone, her voice a quiet murmur in another room. Big brother Leo had headphones that were like invisible walls, shutting out the world. Elara would often trace the empty space at the end of the quilt with her finger. She missed the feelings of a new patch being added. The house was full of people, but it felt empty. One evening, Elara sat before the quilt, her heart feeling as grey as an unsewn patch of the cloth. Granny, who was sitting in her rocking chair nearby, noticed her granddaughter's quiet sadness. She didn't say a word. Instead, she reached into her sewing basket and pulled out 3 plain, colorless squares of fabric. She walked over to the family. She handed one to the father, one to the mother, and one to Leo. "What's this for?" Father asked, barely looking up from his laptop. "It's time to add to your quilt," Granny said softly. "Tell me, what memory should we sew from today?" A deep silence filled the room. Father looked at his screen. Mother looked at her phone. Leo looked at his video game. There was no memory. They hadn't made one. The blank patches in their hands felt heavy with the quiet truth. Elara's eyes filled with tears. "The quilt is forgotten," she whispered to Granny. Seeing Elara's tears, something shifted. Father slowly closed his laptop. Mother put her phone down, the screen going dark. Leo gently removed his headphones, of course, hesitatingly. They all looked at the colorless patch in their hands, then at Elara, and finally at each other. I don't have a memory for today," Father said. His voice full of regret. "Neither do I," Mother added. Reaching for Elara's hand, Leo shook his head. "Just the same as yesterday," Granny smiled gently. "Then let's make one." Right now, an idea sparkled in Elara's eyes. She ran to the kitchen and returned with a jar of flour, eggs, and a bowl. Let's bake Granny's famous moonbeam cookies. A little hesitant at first, everyone joined in. Father measured the sugar, getting a little on his nose, which made Elara giggle. Mother showed Leo how to crack an egg without making a mess. They laughed as a cloud of flour erupted when Elara mixed too fast. The kitchen, once quiet, was now filled with chatter and warmth. The smell of baking cookies wrapped the house in a hug. They didn't just bake cookies, they baked a memory. Later that evening, Granny took out a bright golden yellow piece of fabric. Together, they all helped her sew in onto the quilt. It was a simple circle, the color of a warm cookie and a happy moonbeam. The quilt was growing again. The house felt full again, and the threads of their family were stronger than ever. So you see, my dears, a family is like a beautiful quilt. It's not the fancy clothes or big toys that makes it special. It's the little moments you sew together. A shared laugh, a helping hand, a story before bed. These are the golden threads that keep you warm forever. Don't let your quilt have empty spaces. Go on, create a new patch tonight. And don't forget to subscribe Wise Granny Tales for more magical moments.